Hi, YouTube. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing way better than me. I had a heck of a couple last days, yeah. Um, Doug slept till like 2 the day before, so last night he pulled one of his all-nighters. I kind of thought he might because it was his daughter's birthday. That's the first time in 30 years I did not wish her a birthday. Um, a happy one. um, I know, whatever. I sent her a picture of all the bugs that live in our food and on us constantly, all the different types. So, the unseen world, I think people should be aware of that. It's on my Facebook page from yesterday. If you're interested, you can't miss it. It's, well, like maybe ways down. Won't take you too long if you want to go look at it. Or you might have seen it before, or you might have seen it from your own experiments in life. So, yeah, you know what I mean. But the topic of today's conversation, first off, welcome to my new and old people, and you young ones too. Yeah, haha. Thank you for being here. So, okay, I was watching Monograph Channel today, and he said that he's found proof for the food shortage that, of course, we all know it's planned, but finding the proof and showing the people the proof so when they do uprise, they know they're in the right in not trusting the people that they had so effortlessly put their trust in, you know. So, okay, I'll get to this in a moment here. Just a second. So, okay, excuse me. Over on Cargyle.com, which is a big food company, Um, I'm sure you've heard the name. Okay, well, there's a document from 2015 that they call what is going to happen in 2020. Um, okay, let me get the words just right. The exact words are important. They called it the food the food shortage exchange games. Let me look it up. I have it written on my Facebook. Give me one moment. It should be real close here. Not to point at you. Okay. Monographs. I'll put a link to his information, or if you can just trust me, he's got proof um that the food shortage was planned and the future carbon tax. They talk about all that, and you can listen to it at Monograph Channel, or the dark documents are at cargill.com. Planned in 2015 for 2022, they called it the Food Chain Reaction Games. The Food Chain Reaction Games. Well, I don't think it's very fun game. How y'all doing with your inflation and plan this and plan that and planned parenthood and planned World Economic Forum? You can find from Call for an Uprising has the World Economic Forum a video talking how with the um, fertilizer shortage, we're now going to be doing like the Chinese do and using our own feces. They literally have a toilet that composts human feces. So we kill all the cattle and we start eating poop from ourselves. Wow. That just that I mean, and there are there are some that literally will drink their urine and eat feces and all kinds of weird ritualistic things they do. And I know you've seen it, like vampire facials and other weird things that they're promoting and whatever. And this is just not cool. And the next thing up too, I'm pretty certain this is the way it's going to go. There's a new flu now coming out of China, of course. It's not fatal though, but it's related to the H whatevers, and it's to deal with horses, but it's not fatal to humans, but can be spread, they say, through the air with around horses and people. Well, the next thing that I'm predicting for the United States is them trying to, and this is why I'm speaking on it, because they're trying to start this in my state with Tyson. If you saw the amount of poultry farms we have in this state and the manure to go along with it, it would just totally blow your mind. If you think about, like even 300 million, if you say 200 million turkeys, even for one holiday, or all the chicken people actually do eat, you know. But and Tyson isn't the only one. There's Jenny O is our biggest one here in Minnesota, along with all the private people too, which, I'm sure there's some dumb enough to kill their birds off, but hopefully not everybody's that stupid. So, um, there's no way a contamination got in those factory type bird facilities. There's just no way. Nope. If you bring in like a different strain of a bird, or a strain, something that, you know, I don't believe it. One time, the poultry farmer I was working for, um, some of his birds got sick and he had to put them down, but it was from bird lice, and it was from being out in the yard and interacting with native birds that were around. And he evidently didn't use the sulfa powder that you can powder your birds with, because he was getting old. That's why he hired young people to help him. So, yeah. So I don't believe what they're going to try and pull. So I'm going to try and stop them, So, and then thinking on times that, okay, let me gather my thoughts here. I have a sip of coffee and get back. Um, I'm going another direction again on like about 3 hours of sleep. So, but that's okay. Um, Still did my exercises after I injured myself too. I'll tell you about that maybe, but or I will. But after I try and gather my thoughts on what I was gonna say. Oh, I don't know now. Oh, I'll get back to it. I'm sure I usually do. I'll tell you about my injury. So I had eventually just after the air compressor and rock and roll and grinders and all kinds of things till 4:30 in the morning. I had locked the door and turned off the light and then dozed off and heard pounding on the door. So I went and let it in, and it proceeded to just be nasty. And I did get up to get my phone. I was going to record it. So I did, if there is a time, and because it is abusive. But yesterday he twisted my words coming home from the store, acted like he didn't hear something, and I called him a dick. And he was trying to tell me that calling him a dick was against the law, and he was just taking the law out on me. What it all was really about was his guilty conscience with him and his daughter and everything that it does entail. So, and God knows, I don't, you know, I'm just telling like it is, whatever. Such is life. And, okay, let me see. There was another topic, something in the news. Let me see if I remember it. Well, I'll tell you, it wasn't this one, but I'll tell you another one. And then I'll tell you about my injury because I heard it because I had turned on the TV and heard the weather and then a report that people shouldn't take aspirins every day. Of course, we know this, and you know this too, because it is a blood thinner and it can cause bleeding in your brain and other parts of your body. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, I do take aspirin occasionally because I can't take anything else. And because I've had a stroke. And then that was the punchline, unless you've had a stroke. It was like, oh. So then, so basically, I just have to be really careful with everything, like even stress. Yeah, I've had a bloody nose now for 3 days. Um, Usually in the morning because of my allergies, and I've noticed that. Or at night if I blow it too hard, like after my shower, so I have to be really careful. Only one side though so far, you know. Cross my fingers. So anyway, I got up to get my phone and I got this board that's sticking out from my bed. And I got this one area on my leg that I had injured in a skiing accident and chipped my bone and then got beat with a big plastic bat in my leg pretty severe before I could get up and stop it. But I got a varicose spot right where I got injured and beat. So so I get up to get my phone, I turn around and I run right into this piece of plywood sticking out because I have it under my mattress. Man, undescribable pain. And I was really afraid because I'm thinking, okay, with these, but I haven't had aspirin for quite some time. I've had aspirin almost daily, but that's another story. But it just so happened where I bumped it right on it made a bruise, and the swelling where it was kind of indented from being injured kind of raised, and it almost looks like my veins are almost back in the spot where they were. It's like 30 years ago or 40 now, you know. Crazy, huh? God does work in mysterious ways. Maybe he was thinking, well, since she got woke up after only an hour of sleep, I think I'll just fix her leg for her. I'll let you know if it worked. How crazy is that? And it still hurts, but I don't know, it's weird. So, yeah, I've been having a real horrible time, but yet that is kind of a crazy gift. Like I said, I'll let you know how it turns out in about a week or so. Wow, huh? You ever had crazy stuff like that happen? Happens to me all the time. All the time. They try to kill me and it never works. It always benefits me somehow. Usually, I'm sure, eventually age will get me, you know. That's the way it goes. At least in this existence, So, yeah. Anyway, I could say a whole lot more about a whole lot more, so I'll just, and I'm sure you know how people are just crazy. They are. There's nothing we can do about it. They're nuts. They're just not all there. And I think they know it. They have to. There's no way they can't. They can't look at what can excel and actually function in a whole bunch of areas and look at that and think, um, I'm normal. I don't know. So I'm gonna think a second on what that other issue was today in the news, if that's what it was. Oh, give me a moment. It was something about digital currency and the things that they've done before to us that didn't turn out so good digitally. Let me think. It was some major big deal many times that they tried um, different things electronically. That, well, the bottom line is there's not a system that is hacker proof. There's the bottom line with that, because look at, like, with even our accounts on Facebook or bank accounts or whatever it may be. There's no way that if it were one system, that one system would be safe from hackers. There's just no way. A good hacker would write a program to go in something and that they say is encrypted, and that's impossible. So there's no way that they can guarantee any amount of safety. Oh, and here's another thing that was in that Cargill, and this is very strange too, because Cargill also owns oil wells. If you didn't know, they're affiliated with the petroleum um, and water and food. Probably clothing too, if I'm not mistaken. But quite, they got their fingers in many pies. But let me see what's um oh, with the carbon tax that they're going to try and implement sooner than later. Um, I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight with everything I have. I've planted hundreds and hundreds of trees and plants and invested tons of money in it. I am not going to have some well to do motherfucker come in my life and tell me I owe them shit on land I helped develop. It's like, fuck you. You want to fight, you bastards? Come to my land, we'll fight. You tell me I don't own my house, I don't own my land. We'll see who's sovereign. I'll spell my name in all capital letters for you. Miss America, you bastards. Sorry. God dang these freaking freaks of nature. That's all they are. They aren't, there's nothing natural. Even their smile, I'd like to just pummel them. I don't know about you, but I really do. Occasionally. Not always, but occasionally. God bless them if we all feel like pummeling them on the same day, right? And if they think they want to fight back, the more the merrier, you know. Whoa. I don't know if it's my Scottish, my Irish, my German, or what it is that's my soul. I got all kinds of stuff. That was just a part, part of it. Could be the English. They're pretty awesome too, like that. But it doesn't matter. Even the natives, or even a little baby, um, whoever, whatever. You know what I mean. So yeah. Well, I'll probably leave it there. I think that was really my point, that they're gonna try and usher in the digital, the the bird flu, the food shortage, the bird flu, the digital, and the carbon footprint tax. Probably try to implement it this year, all on us. Um, they're gonna do a keep like they're doing a barrage of everything all at once, and it's just gonna get worse. And even if you do comply, they don't care. They really don't. It's just like here's a good example of like tyranny and communistic behavior. The Berlin Wall. They didn't have to worry about uh, rounding them up and taking them anywhere. They just built a wall around them and made them do what they wanted them to do till the wall was torn down in 1989. If some of you remember seeing that on the TV. But that doesn't mean that communism went away. And it's all these families. There's like you know, one entity controlling all this, what they wanted to keep in their bloodline. And I will go back, like, take a look at like from the 1500s until the 1800s of what their inbreeding did. If you go and look at some of the mangled kings and queens that they kept it all in the family, holy moly, big heads, missing limbs, eat, eat, eat. You know, it's like, wow, all in the family, people. Family. That's a friend of mine would do that when he was all happy before he thought a lot of people were his friends, and he found out that they were just trolls, and a lot of those trolls were jealous trolls. And so when he was talking like a real person, it ended up he really got his feelings hurt because he was just looking for some brothers out there, that felt the same way in life, about life. It's like, yeah, that's a hard thing to find, isn't it? Good friends like that. So, and we're all separated. We're not in the same area, and we're all surrounded by gang stalking trolls, unless you're lucky. Like another friend of mine lives on an island, but maybe he lives with a giant troll. I am not sure. Well, actually, I think I am, but I know you'll be laughing now. And if the troll is watching, I love you, and I'm glad that you helped my friend be here in life, and you know, really, you know. So, and if I offended you because it's true, I mean it, and I'll say it again. So stick around. Because I'm a mom like that first, and then a friend. So, well, okay, I think that's probably about it. I really literally got about, I think, 3 hours of sleep, but I'm doing okay. I'm just not talking. And That's usually the way it goes, but sometimes I can't stand it and I have to just like get it out. Not on here, but I mean like say something, but it never goes anywhere. Even if you say something to somebody that doesn't care, you can talk for literally for 32 years or 33 years, and um, is the time I've known Doug. And you can literally talk for 33 years and never be heard, you know. So, okay, everybody, thank you for joining me. Peace and love. Have a really good night or day wherever you're at, and I'll talk to you soon.